Hello, this is Brave Sir Robin here with the Von Sex Machine once again. We're here today to talk about the WWE's upcoming pay-per-view, Money in the Bank 2011. It's coming up this Sunday. I've followed the bit of the programming coming up for reasons I'll talk about. And it actually looks like it's shaping out to be a pretty good pay-per-view, so we're going to talk about the matches and who we think is going to win what and some other stuff that's going on at the same time. So the first match we'll talk about, we have the Divas title match, Kelly versus Brie Bella. What do you think about this one?
I say Kelly will keep the belt.
Yeah, I think Kelly's going to retain. They just gave it to her, and I think she'll keep it. I gotta say, I watched Raw this Monday, and I saw her coming out to the ring with the belt in her hand. I was like, well, she can't even wear the belt by the look of her, though. That chick needs to eat something. Like, apparently, the Bellas were even addressing this, but even before that, I'm like, wow, she can't even wear the belt. She's too skinny. Kind of makes her less believable a wrestler, to be honest, I think. And also think it's kind of sad too. We got the Bellas doing the exact same thing Lay Cool are doing now.
Yeah.
Like we just got Lay Cool done with, and now the Bellas are just the exact same gimmick now. I guess when Vince McMahon gets an idea, he just sticks with it now. It's kind of lame. So next we had the battle of the two big behemoths, the Big Show versus Mark Henry. I think.
I don't know. I think Big Show's going over.
Yeah. I think so too.
It could go either way, but I'm leaning a bit more towards Big Show.
Yeah, maybe to keep the storyline going, they might have Mark Henry win, but I'm gonna go with Big Show just because it's Big Show. I think.
Yeah.
My expectations for this match and same with the Divas match are pretty low, to be honest. I think this might be some good power. There might be some good stuff going on.
Yeah.
But it's not gonna be a great match by any means. It's mostly gonna be story, I think.
Yeah.
So next for the world title, we have Randy Orton versus Christian once again. This time with Randy Orton as a champion, Christian trying to win the belt off of him. So what do you think about this one?
I think it's Christian's turn.
You think so?
I think so. I think Christian will get it back this time.
Yeah, I think law of averages, just he's had so many shots, he keeps getting screwed in all his shots. I think this time Christian will finally win it again. Hopefully this time we get a better reign.
What do they do with Christian after if he loses?
Yeah, really. Hopefully this time he'll get a better reign than his last one was. Hopefully he'll get more in 2 days.
Yeah.
But maybe the Money in the Bank winner will challenge him to. Or something. I wouldn't doubt it. For some reason Vince doesn't seem to have much faith behind Christian for some reason. I don't know why.
Yeah.
I mean, the guy's been there forever. He deserves a good title reign. He's a good wrestler. And he should be the champion for a bit.
I agree.
So next up, the Raw Money in the Bank match. We have Rey Mysterio, Alberto Del Rio, Kofi Kingston, Jack Swagger, Alex Riley, R-Truth, The Miz, and Evan Bourne.
Hey guys.
Yeah, you guys. Should be pretty good. What do you think about this match? I'm going to go with, out of the picks, I'm torn between Del Rio or Miz. I'm going to go with Del Rio.
I'm torn too, either between Del Rio or R-Truth, but I think I'll lean a bit more as Del Rio.
Yeah.
I love the R-Truth thing though. R-Truth thing is doing awesome.
Yeah, R-Truth thing is good. I think Miz will keep feuding with Alex Riley for a bit, so I'm going to go with Del Rio just for that, just so he can set up him versus the eventual champion, which I'll discuss in a bit.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're both going with Del Rio then. So on the SmackDown Money in the Bank match, there's Kane, Sin Cara, Daniel Bryan, Wade Barrett, Cody Rhodes, Justin Gabriel, Heath Slater, and Sheamus. For this one, I'm going with Sheamus, really.
Yeah, me too. I can't see anybody else there. It's too early for Sin Cara. He hasn't proved nothing yet, really, you know?
Yeah. Everybody else has got their own things going on. They don't really need it.
Yeah,
Kane maybe make him
Kane's
maybe
again. He won last year, but I could see it. But
yeah, I'd rather see Sheamus than Kane.
I'm thinking Sheamus.
Yeah, I think it would be good. Okay, so now we have the main event of the night, the one that's got a lot of people talking. This was the one that actually made me interested in checking out this pay-per-view and watching Raw once again. Is John Cena versus CM Punk for the WWE title. This could go in a lot of interesting directions here, though. It's hard to predict.
Yeah. I know a lot of ways. I'm thinking Punk will win it. I want him to win it, but I know, like we discussed before about, it looks like the way they have it, because of the stipulation, Cena will be fired if he don't win.
Yeah, that's
kind of like, oh yeah, he's gonna win the end of the night. But I mean, like, I know the fire thing never worked before. But I mean, even if he's fired, there's always stupid ways to bring him back.
Yeah, that's one of the main reasons I'm kind of iffy. Is there's the stipulation of John Cena being fired, and look what they did last time he was fired. They brought him right back. He didn't even miss any TV time.
Yeah.
It's actually because of that reason I'm going with John Cena to win, to be honest, because it's Cena. He always overcomes, and you know they're not firing Cena or taking him off TV for a bit because Vince McMahon just doesn't have the balls to do that for some reason.
Yeah, but I think I'm going with CM Punk's to win, and that's my official decision. But I think what might happen after the decision will be if the real prediction of the Raw Money in the Bank, if he wins or whoever wins the Raw Money in the Bank will cash in at the end of the night and beat CM Punk for the title. So Punk will leave without the title, and they'll bring Cena back down the road regardless.
Yeah.
And then they will have a new champion. That's what I'd like to see. That will make me interesting.
Yeah, like, the Money in the Bank winner comes out and challenges Punk, and so Punk still wins the title, but then loses it right away. That'd be interesting too. But I don't know. I'm still just going to go with Cena just for my prediction. So we'll see what happens here. But also, speaking of this whole thing with John Cena, we're gonna. What it's reminding a lot of us of. A lot of WWE fans are not aware of this because they probably never seen it. But in Ring of Honor, they actually did a similar angle when Punk had signed with the WWE initially, and he actually on his last night in Ring of Honor, or what was supposed to be his last night, he actually got a title shot against Austin Aries at Death Before Dishonor 3 in June 2005.
Yeah.
We just watched that match. We didn't watch the whole event, so we're not going to talk about the whole thing. But the situation seems pretty similar, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Like, again, they're looking like it's his last night. He goes into the match, and oddly, even though like 99% of the crowd doesn't think that just Punk is going to win, he's going in. They think he's just going to come in and put over Austin Aries on his way out and go on. But oddly, he wins the title on his last night. It's a hell of a promo afterwards.
That's right.
Turns heel pretty much again, and then which leads to Christopher Daniels coming in. But this is what a lot of people are thinking of now. They're wondering if the same thing will happen. Will Punk win the WWE title and hold it over their heads like, I got the title, and before he finally does leave. So people are wondering if that's going to happen. Do you think that's a good chance?
I think, that could happen too. Because like I say, like, he might win the belt.
Yeah, till SummerSlam or something.
Something like that until, I mean, that's quite possible too if there's going to be something like they did with Ring of Honor.
Yeah.
Because he did it from like 2 months maybe before he dropped the belt.
Yeah, pretty much the whole summer. Like, it's the famous summer of Punk as it's known for those of you who don't know.
Yeah. So this was part of the summer there. So it might only been... Maybe I can't remember the date. I have to look back, but he might have dropped it in August.
Yeah.
And
around then. I don't really know the dates either.
Yeah, but so that's what we're looking to happen. But what was great about this was a great match.
Yeah.
And he was a face in this match.
Yeah.
Won the match as a face, then turned heel just like that.
Yeah.
It's a promo. Everybody.
The crowd was eating out of his hands. Like
you dig the promos he was doing on Raw like this week, like past Monday and a couple weeks before. You like this one too.
Yeah, I mean, that's one of the sad things about Punk leaving, if he really is that he's one of the best promo guys on the active roster now. Pretty much the best on the active roster, really.
Yeah.
I mean, Rock's cutting awesome promos of his own on YouTube, but he's not on the active roster.
On TV.
Yeah, exactly. But still, like, compared to everybody else, like, Punk's the best talker they got. He's somebody that if they lose, something will be missing from the WWE afterwards.
Yeah.
But do you think that, like, they might do a couple months with it? That's an interesting choice.
Yeah.
So that's our predictions for that. Also segue, and we're going to ask a few questions about that. Do you think Punk is going to, if this is his last night, do you think it is his last night? Or is he leaving?
I'd say he's leaving.
Yeah.
It all looks that way.
I think he's leaving too. They're just giving him one last good run, a good storyline, which is pretty cool. But now with Ring of Honor, got a new TV show coming up. I think it starts in the fall. Do you think we're going to see him there? Yeah.
It's possible.
I'd love to see him there. I think
But is it hard for them to keep that secret when they're doing the first of the tapings in August?
Yeah.
If it happens,
depends
we'll
what
know.
they do, yeah.
If it happens, we'll know.
Yeah,
before it airs, right?
Yeah. But I think, like, it would be smart of Ring of Honor to try get him if he is free. They really should. I mean, he's the type of guy that they could use. He's got star power. He's a great wrestler and great on the mic, so he's somebody they really could use. Might see him in some other indies too. I'm actually wondering if Gabe Sapolsky will throw some money at him, try to get him into either Dragon Gate or
Evolve. That's quite possible too. I mean, there's not out of the question for him to go TNA for that matter too.
Yeah, a lot of people don't talk about it. Like, apparently CM Punk doesn't like TNA for various reasons.
But it's not the same company when he was first. It was
that too.
It's not Jarrett owned.
That and the money too. So,
yeah, it's a bigger company and a better company when he was there the first time.
Yeah. It'd be funny to see him working with the Hardys after they've been thrashing him like hell since they got
and at the same time, Punk is at a different level when he was there the first time.
True too. So
yeah,
it's also a good chance. A lot of people don't talk about it. I think the Indies would benefit from him. TNA would benefit from them. Hopefully, bad booking doesn't kill them. But still, it'd be great to see. Or maybe Japan. I don't know enough about Japan to speculate what's going to happen there, but that would be cool. So there's our thoughts on the Money in the Bank pay-per-view and a few on CM Punk. Anything you wanted to add?
No, that's about it.
Talk about everything. So. And also, I'll provide links below. We got our Twitters and we got my Parts Unknown Facebook there. Make sure to follow on Twitter and join the group. So until then, this is Brave Sir Robin and Das Sex Machine, or Von Sex Machine.
For the Red Lake District.
Yeah. So until Sunday, we'll be checking out the pay-per-view. Goodbye to now.